Hey everybody, it's Dave Nasani here in the bright sunlight of Southern California on my hammock. 3 minutes of Dave's hammock wisdom. I'll give you a break. Caregiverdave.com. And I want to talk to you about attitude. You know, they say that attitude is so important. And that I know everybody is in a different state of their lives. Some people are doing great. You know, they got their PPP, they didn't lose their job, they're in an essential service, they never got the virus, but then some people are not doing so well. You know, they're not working. Maybe they're sick. Maybe their loved one is sick. And maybe they're running out of resources. Maybe they've tried to get government money and they can't. Whatever the lot, hey Nancy, whatever your lot in life is these days, you need to have faith. You need to have hope. You need to have confidence that no matter what happens, everything's going to be okay. That there is a God, that He does watch after you. I know sometimes it's hard to believe in God these days when you see all the evil and the corruption and all the suffering and the pain. But you know, there's always been pain and suffering and evil and corruption, you know. But in the end, goodness usually always wins out. But it also depends on your attitude, you know. Like, I hate to quote cliches here, but you know, if you think you can, you can. If you think that disaster is going to strike, it will. There are so many examples of this too. I can only speak from my experience, you know. I have a positive attitude. I mean, my life has not been a bed of roses, you know. When I first got married at the age of 21 and my wife was 31, she had 2 kids from a previous marriage, a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old daughters. And we had one together a couple of years later. And we were struggling financially. You know, so she was on welfare when I met her, food stamps, because she had an abusive husband who beat her up, gave her 2 black eyes and a broken nose, and wasn't paying child support and this and that. And I came along, Prince Charming on a white horse. Fools rush in where angels dare to tread. But we were in love, and it seemed to be working out. 45 years later, we're still married, we're still happy. We're still serving each other. But a few years later, we had some financial difficulties. And but we hung in there. And we got out of it. We paid it off. And then 21 years after we were married, she had a stroke. Lost her speech, became paralyzed. Any one of these would destroy a marriage, destroy a relationship, destroy your faith in God. But we hung in there. We believed. We had a positive attitude that this would just be a speed bump, that the Bible says that all things work for good to them that love Him and are called according to His purpose. You know, everyone has a core belief that gets them through tragedy. You know, the Holocaust survivors, how could they possibly survive what they went through? You know, Helen Keller, how could she survive? You know, all these people have one thing in common. They had faith, they had hope, they had confidence, they had a great positive attitude that everything's going to be okay. And as we go through this pandemic, you also need to have faith and a good attitude. It reminds me of the boy who was doing his job of shoveling the horse manure out of a barn, and he had a great attitude because he says, with all this horse poop in here, there's just got to be a pony on here somewhere. And so that's my message to you. Have hope, have faith. You know, there is a God. If you don't believe in Him, don't worry, He believes in you because He made you. You cannot have a creation without a creator. All this stuff didn't just happen, you know, from a big bang. Everything that's alive and everything that's green, everything that's living. I used to play with firecrackers when I was younger. I used to blow up things. And I never saw good and order from my explosions, just chaos. And so there is a God. I encourage you to reach out to Him. He says, reach out to me, I'll reach out to you. All right, just wanted to give you a message of hope, of faith, and of confidence that all things will be good. All right? You may call me a Pollyanna, but I'm just telling you it works for me. If it works for me, it'll work for you. They say God's no respecter of persons. What does that mean? It means he will treat people alike, you know. Those that love him, he will love. And even those that do not love him, he will love. The rain falls on the just and the evil alike. So serve God, have faith. And that's my message today. 3 minutes of Dave's Hammock Wisdom. And go to caregiverdave.com because there's lots of hope there, lots of support. We got 3 free gifts for you. Okay? Check it out, caregiverdave.com. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.